All right, well, look, I think, once we got to overtime, I had great concerns just because they're a veteran team. And they're playing with juniors and seniors on the floor, and we're playing with a couple, with some young guys, and generally that's the difference in close games down the stretch. We should have fouled them twice when they drove the ball to the rim and just made them earn it at the foul line. They got two very good looks late in the game, and we didn't. But I thought, Chris Gaston's not up here because his back's hurt, and so he went right to the training room. I thought Kervin Bristol was a force, obviously getting a double-double. One of our goals was to keep them off the boards, especially Johnson, and we weren't able to handle him. He came flying in from the perimeter. You saw that big-time rebound he had at the end there when he got called on the travel, but, the kid's a big-time athlete, and we did not do our job putting the body on him. But Fatty competed. He didn't shoot the ball well, but I thought he competed. He only had 2 turnovers. We only had 7 as a team. Tough one. It's a tough game to lose, man. We're going on the road for 2. And we lose last Saturday and this Saturday, both games that I felt were ours to win, and we weren't able to close them out.
Coach, can you talk about the last play? It appeared to hit off of the Dayton's player's feet. The no kickball was called.
I didn't see it, man. I thought I had a senior inbounding the ball, for a reason. So I figured if he gets jammed up and there's nothing there, he'll get it off somebody's knee, and just the guy defending him, and we'll get another run and another play at it. But it doesn't come down to last plays. It comes down to, like I said, them getting 18 offensive rebounds and out rebounding us by 2. And they go to the foul line in our gym 27 times. One of our goals is to shoot more, make more free throws than your opponent shoots. We were 10 of 18. That bit us in the tail, and they go to the foul line, 9 more times than we do. So. That's how you lose games.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Chris's back?
Yeah, he's okay. It's just spasms, and he's just a little banged up. So, I like to get him right in there, and get a good treatment today, and then he'll come back in tomorrow. And I didn't take Fatty out because he's sick. I didn't want him to come to the bench and start feeling crummy. So, I just kind of basically let him go for the duration almost. And what are you gonna do? Our young guys, Brandon, Fatty, Brian Smith, They struggle at times to execute late in games, coming out of timeouts, but that's their learning curve. And I know it's February and all of that, but they are still freshmen. So.
Tom, McMillan and Smith picking up 30 points after Brandon had an off night, especially McMillan in the clutch down the stretch in the second half. He had, I believe, 8 out of 13 points for you. How big is that going
It's
down
huge.
the way?
We need a game. We need a game where they all got their A game, and I keep talking to them about that. Chris had 2 rebounds at halftime. He ends up with 8. But we need a game where everyone plays their A game. We get a usual double-double out of Gaston. We get a usual, and then the 3 guards all play well together at the same time. And it's a shame because our defensive effort was good. We held them to 35% from the floor. That's one of our game goals: hold your opponent under 40. But it's also to be +8 on the backboards. If we do that, we probably win this game going away. And they got an offensive rebound in the last 15 seconds or 30 seconds, the last minute of the game. And that gave him a second opportunity there. We're a stop and a rebound away from winning the game.
The last couple of possessions you went to Brandon and Fatty late in the game. Was that what you're trying to do, or any thought of getting the ball to Chris late in the game?
Yeah, they're doubling Chris. So what we want to do is try to draw Chris's defender to the ball. Right. And we talk about getting him the ball off of the penetration. Have him sneak behind the defense or pop. Kervin did a good job today popping to 12 feet on the baseline. We thought that was a sweet spot offensively against their defense. But, that's what we wanted to try to do. And, we had a couple passive moves the last minute and a half of regulation. A little baby jumper in the hook, in the lane rather, turn and attack the rim on that and go to the foul line. We're in the double bonus, and maybe we put the game on ice. And we did not do it. Our transition defense was poor. They got good looks in transition. Guys were not getting back and getting organized. So.
Can you talk about the importance of Kervin? When he was out of the game, they seemed to make a big run late in the first half, and he seemed to save him when he got in a little bit of foul trouble. When he was in the game, he seemed to really control the paint.
Yeah, well, once again, he's got to be, he's got to be a first-team all-defensive player. In his conference, I would think, with the number of block shots he's had, the number of shots that he's hampered. But once again, silly second foul. All guards don't contain the ball. And in turn, a guard comes in and Kervin picks up the silly second, and then we got to protect him a little bit and buy a few minutes, and we weren't able to extend our lead.
You spoke about how you were concerned going into overtime because Dayton is a veteran team. How does a game like this help your younger players mature?
Right where you guys are sitting is where they'll be sitting on Monday, and we're going to watch, the last 10 possessions of regulation and the overtime, and say, now look, we didn't do this, we didn't execute this. And there were a number of things that we didn't take care of, and that's how you win close games. You either win close games by executing, or you win close games by having a pro.
Brandon's been pretty quiet lately. Today, Brandon, he only took 6 shots today.
He was sick. I didn't think him or Fatty were going to play today. To be quite honest, they both got the flu, and make this quick so he doesn't get all of us sick. And I think he gutted it out, but obviously he wasn't his normal self.
Devon, you've struggled a little bit from the field, shot 5 of the team. How did you keep your confidence up and keep your head up and play so well in the second half of that stretch?
My teammates stayed with me, my coach stayed with me. It was just confidence. Shot the ball, I was hitting shots like that. It's just confidence.
Did your illness have any effect on your play? Maybe fatigue?
Yeah, sometimes. But coach, I needed a timeout. Coach got a timeout. I got my rest and played.
Last couple games, you've really seemed to be a little bit more assertive down the stretch. You feel more comfortable?
Yeah, just confidence. My coaches and my teammates stand with me. They building my confidence, and I'm just playing.
He's competing again. That's the block shot he had, a couple big rebounds. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Tom, even though you're 2 and 8 in the A10, compared to last year, how much more improvement has there been this time around overall?
Oh, I think there's marked improvement. I think, look, we had a winning non-conference record. We're going to have a winning home record. Look at the crowds. Look at the excitement of the game. The fact that we're competing and we're in close games at home. That wasn't the case last year all the time. So, you got to walk before you can run. I'm not happy about losing games, especially these last 2 at home, because they were ours to have, and they would have got us into the conference tournament probably if we got that game and this one got us 4 wins, and we would have had a bunch of tiebreakers and things of that nature. But that's behind us now, so we get ready. I'll be watching film tonight of Duquesne. We get ready for Duquesne, and that's what we do.
Devon, how gassed were you at the end of the game? It looked like somewhere near the end you were pulling on your shorts a little bit, gasping for air.
Yeah, I was just working hard, and it got me tired, so I needed a timeout.
I had to burn that one and get you some rest there on 30.
Yeah, coach took some timeout, but just tired. I'm sick, so that's what it was.
Good. Thank you all very much. We appreciate everything.
Thank you.